everyone, and welcome to YarnGasm. I'm Kristen, and this is episode 89. Ah, it is Sunday evening, October 13th, 2013. Captain's log. And, yeah, no episode last week, guys. I really wanted a podcast. I totally had the time, but I had nothing to show you. Nothing whatsoever. Not that I haven't been knitting like a madwoman. Believe me, I have. But again, top secret project I cannot divulge. So I'm kind of at a loss at this moment because I'm working on two different projects, and I just can't really talk about them just yet. And I'm not going to this week, although it kills me because I really want to share with you what I've been working on. But I won't. We're just going to have to wait until a later date. But that said, I do have other things to show you, very exciting things. So let's get, before we go into what's off the needles, I have something off the needles for once. Rhinebeck, it's next weekend. I can't believe it's already here. I literally feel like it was last month that I was there last time, but lo and behold, it's coming up next weekend, and I will be there, although I will only be there on Saturday. I know many others are planning to make a whole weekend out of it. Unfortunately, I can only be there for Saturday, which I believe is, Saturday is probably the best day to go because that's when stuff will still be there. No one has, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. But wow, it's been a long week. But that said, yes, I will be there Saturday. The Ravelry meetup, I believe, is going to be on the huge hill where it usually is at 12 o'clock p.m. And the podcasters meetup is going to be at 1 p.m. So if I'm not there at 12, I will definitely be there by 1 p.m. So if you recognize me or, whatever, please come up, say hello. I will be bringing along some YarnGasm buttons to pass out, so don't be shy, say hi. Wow, that rhymed. But yeah, that said, let's get on with the show. Finally, an FO segment. I feel like it's been way too long since I've had an FO to share with you guys, but lo and behold, I have something off the needles, and it feels great. Granted, the subject itself is not that exciting. Socks. We have socks. And I feel like every FO that I have to share with you is socks these days. But hey, it's something, and I'm very happy with these socks, and I'm going to show you in a second. Here we go. We have two glorious parade socks, and the yarn is Jinx yarn, her glitz sock colorway, which I don't think you can make it out with this camera, but if you look very closely, you can make out like some little twinkles. They glitter, which I love glitter. I do. As I always say, glitter, it makes everything better. But yeah, the colorway itself is aquarium, just these lovely aquamarine, teal, hunter green, light green, glass green, whatever you want to call it. Just a lovely, variegated aquamarine colorway. And it was such a pleasure to knit with. It's not like Blooming Fiber Arts. Why am I comparing it to that? I don't know. I just need something to compare it to. But how Blooming Fiber Arts, if you're not aware, I'm sorry. But it's like a dense. It's like a medium to heavyweight is a dense sock, sturdy. I wouldn't call this a sturdy sock. I mean, it's very light, very airy, and just like flowed through my fingers, and it was great to work with. So I'm very happy with these. And again, the pattern is Parade, the Parade socks, which I purchased from Twist Collective. I will, of course, post a link in the show notes. And I was inspired to cast these on again by Chrissy of the Snappy Stitches vidcast. So yeah, I have two socks. And I'll put one. I only have one sock for. I should really get two. Why? I don't know, but I feel like I need to. I'm not in any hurry to get two, but just to show you the texture. Yep, I can kind of make out a little glitz there. But that's what I love about her glitz. What I love about Laura's glitz sock base. It's not overkill glitzy. It's just a subtle undertone of glitter. So I'm very happy with these. And it is October, so totally appropriate. If anything's going to be done in October, it may as well be socks. So, yeah, that said, that's all I have off the needles this week. On to what's still on the needles. Still on the needles. My Vivian cardigan. I know. The goal was to have it done by Rhinebeck. It is not done. I have not picked it up since, I forget the last time I worked on it, but we're still at this point. It's not going to get done this week. It's just not in the cards. Because I did take on this whole top secret project that I'm working on with Lisa from Roman Hills. So she did give me permission to actually show you what I'm working on. I just can't talk about the colorway. And I won't say anything else about the project other than I'm designing 2 patterns. So because I can discuss the colorway, this segment is going to be in black and white, or part of it. I hope you're, excited about that because I've never done this before. But hey, it's in black and white. We are going back in time, if you will. Pretend it's like the 1920s. If I can put it anyway. But anyway, I'm designing a pair of mittens. Oh, wait, no. I have to make it black and white, so... There we go. Okay. The beauty of Final Cut Pro. There we go. But yeah, so I'm designing a pair of mittens for this project that we're working on. And it's stranded knitting, meaning that I'm working with actually 3 colorways. And this is what it looks like so far. And yeah, so it's very, very simple, very potato chippy. I made it very potato chippy, so anyone looking to get into stranded knitting or Fair Isle knitting, if you will, this should be a great introductory pattern for anybody. And it has probably like the most advanced part of this is like the picot bind, the picot hem, which I love. So yeah, these are going to be just simple mittens. Well, not simple, but mittens. So I'm very excited about these. I've been working on these all day. I cast this on yesterday, so I've been watching Vampire Diaries back to back. They literally just released season 4. It was season 4 on Netflix. I think it was last week, and I just been spending my days watching it back to back. Anyway, it's what I do when I knit. So when I'm not listening to podcasts, but once that comes out, it's like, oh God, stop the presses. I've got to watch it. So I've managed to get this much done. Yeah, and the back is gonna have like a thumb. This is where the thumb is gonna be, and it's gonna have this is the main color, contrasting color number 1, and then it's gonna fade into contrasting color number 2. So that's where I am. The pattern's written up. I charted it and everything, so I think when I knit the second mitten, I'm actually going to size up a needle because it's a little tight here. So granted, I'm on a tight deadline, so I didn't have time to actually swatch or anything, if you will. I mean, yeah, I didn't have time to swatch, so I just kind of used common knowledge, okay, this is how it's going to, because I've knit stranded Fair Isle knitting. I've knitted Fair Isle mittens before, so I was going off of what I've already learned from that experience into these, but I'm going to apply my own intuition into these. So that's it. That's where we're going. And last week, I did show you the yarn that I was using for the other project that I'm working on. But since this is in black and white, okay. Yeah. You will be able to see that I've been putting a lot of effort into this. I'm into the second skein of this, and this is going to be a cowl, an infinity cowl. But this is where I am with it. Lots of twists, lots of cables. You're probably sitting there like, wow, this is like the most work you've actually shown us in a long time, where you've actually progressed. So I'm making a lot of progress on this. Like I said, I'm not gonna get too much into detail, but provisional cast on, and it's just gonna be a lovely, lovely little cowl. If I have it done by Rhinebeck, which I probably will, maybe I'll wear this to Rhinebeck. I'll have like some new finished object. If not this, I will be wearing my Pomme de Pin cardigan. So, yay! That's all I'm going to say about this project. So, the more you know. Stay tuned. It's exciting. So, I'm not going to divulge anything else. That's all I'm saying. Okay. And oh gosh, I know I have other stuff that's on the needles, but that's all that's at the forefront of my brain at the moment. I know I have my vintage top that I've been working on, but it kills me. I have not had any time to work on it, so I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. I will revisit though. Why do I do that all the time? I feel like I have, you know how there's startitis and what have you, there's like definitely some kind of strain of knitter ADD, and I definitely have it, where I'll start a pattern and be really excited about it, and then get startitis, and then totally forget about the pattern if it doesn't hold my interest. So I've got to do something about that. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm just gonna, you know, I won't address it this week. I'll think about it, I'll mull over it, and if something comes to mind, I'll do something about it. But anyway. On to the next segment. Okay, first up, we have this lovely, 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 lovely skein of yarn. I am utterly smitten with this. This is Julie Spins. If you're not familiar with her Etsy shop, I highly recommend that you check it out. She's got some gorgeous fiber and yarns. Oh my gosh. I saw this. Someone actually somebody that I follow on Etsy favorited it, and I saw it, and I confess, I nabbed it. I could not, I just really just went to town. I add to cart, check out, done. It's mine. I'm sorry. And that's happened to me plenty of times too on Etsy, where it's like I favorite something that I'm like coveting, and then I sit on it for like a week, and then it's like, oh, you know, yes, I must have it, and then I go to buy it, and then it's gone. Someone already bought it, and oh, so I jumped on it. I'm like, yes, it must be mine. So, and these are usually like the best purchases, like when you have that impulse and you're like, yes, this yarn, it's gorgeous. It's a done deal, you know, why not? But yeah, look at these colors. It's just like, again, aquamarine. Lately, I've just been on an aquamarine kick. I don't know, but it's got like browns and teal. It reminds me of like the Caribbean, like when you're flying over. If you've ever flown over the Caribbean, it's beautiful. You just see these different shades of this, and it's in a skein now, so I'm very excited about it. But yeah, let me tell you about it. It's her Tight Twist MCN. I'm sure that stands for something, and I'm totally ignorant as a knitter, but I don't know what MCN stands for. Microchroma Nano. I don't know. I'm terrible. But yeah, here you go. See for yourselves. The color is Fjord, which makes perfect sense. Yes, we have 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, girl after my own heart, and 10% nylon. And she says thanks, so love it. I don't know what I'm going to be knitting with this, but I've been eyeing it. I definitely want to knit something with this next, but I've got to finish all of the top secret projects first. But yeah, so this is my latest fiber enhancement. But adding to that, sorry for the crinkling. I had it out before knowing I was going to podcast, and then I showed Dennis, and then I put it back. I don't know why, and now I'm crinkling again. So, pulling it out. As you know, I've kind of been neglecting Tallulah, my Lendrum. Tallulah, my Lendrum. I've been neglecting her dearly, and I miss her dearly. Hi, Tallulah. She's right there. She's sitting right in front of me, staring at me. Like, why haven't you spun on me in ages? I feel sorely neglected. And she's right. I've been neglecting her. But after browsing Etsy, I stumbled on, let me get this right, Fiber Artemis, her Etsy shop, and I saw this. 4 ounces of, hang on, 50/50 hand-dyed silk merino gradient roving. Just 2 ounces, I scored 2 ounces in her red earth colorway. And it totally makes sense as like red earth. I showed it to Dennis and he was like, it's like a work of art, it's like a painting. I was like, oh, but it is. But just lovely, beautiful colors of like this bright vermilion red, browns, and again, excuse me, sea green, browns, blues. I may just start spinning this after I finish podcasting, taking a break from all this other business and just kind of doing what I want to do today, what I really want to try doing today. So I may just try spinning this later. And I've actually never spun with silk before, so this will definitely be a learning experience, I guess. But it's beautiful. I almost don't, I don't know, I almost don't want to spin it because it's so beautiful just in the braid. But yeah, I must try. I don't know, I'm very tempted right now. So, spare the crinkling, I'll just put it down for now. But that said, yeah. My fortress is very happy this week. So, but yeah, that's my stash beauty this week. Okay, this week we have a review, and I'm very excited because it's been a while since I've actually reviewed something on the show. But Cooperative Press sent me 2 PDFs, books, if you will, digital books of to review on the show, and this week I will be reviewing one and reviewing the next one next week. But this week I will be reviewing Hitch, which is a pattern book inspired by Alfred Hitchcock. And this, I was super psyched when I got the email from them because I went to film school and Alfred Hitchcock, his films were a huge inspiration to me. So I was very excited about this one. So yeah, I'll show you. This is my Kindle, by the way. This is the cover, and all these patterns in here are inspired by all of his movies. And I have to say, all around, I'm very excited about this. I love this book, or this pattern book, because not only are the patterns inspired by Alfred Hitchcock, they're gorgeous. They are beautiful. And I love Cooperative Press because they're totally indie as far as publishing is concerned. So they're very indie, they're awesome. They're just awesome. So, but yeah, just get on with the review. So, I'm just flipping through here. I wasn't, like, when you get these things, you don't expect to have that many patterns within, I don't know, I was expecting like 5 patterns. Like, oh, okay, 5 patterns inspired by Alfred Hitchcock. No, there are many. There's actually a lot. I actually didn't count these, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So like, I'd say like close to 26 patterns in here, and that's a lot. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28 patterns. And I will show you. They give you like this lovely table of contents. You can see what you're looking at, and I think if you tap it, it takes you, does it? No, I lied. It doesn't take you directly to the pattern, but it'd be awesome if it would. But again, it is what it is. But I mean, they show you. I'm trying to show. They show you detail. They do not. I just turned orange. They have pattern. I shouldn't show you those, but oh, it's just like one page. But you get the idea. They have charts. Gloves. These are beautiful. So simple. Let's see. So elegant. Definitely very 50s. If you watch the show, you know I'm like a huge retro freak, fanatic, what have you. These again in a different colorway. And their color scheme, I love how they have like a color scheme going on. It's like grays, whites, reds. This is the cover photo. I'm not a huge fan of this pattern in particular because it's like a long vest. I mean, it's very elegant, very dramatic, very, very dramatic. I'm sure many people can pull it off. Me, not so much. I'm very petite, and that would just kind of, I'd be swimming in it. But the gloves, I love. Let's see. They have socks. These are very beautiful socks. Just like every pattern in here, close to every pattern, I've just been, I want to knit that, I want to knit that. I'm going to find something else, another pair of socks that I love. You know, very, almost like 50-ish Art Deco. Again, very reminiscent of Hitchcock thrillers. So here's, I'm like, yeah, I can't pull this off, but it's beautiful. I love it. I totally get what they were going for here. Whatever stuff. They have a lot of shawls. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying. They even have a dude pattern. Can't make it out. It photographs well. You know, again, it's a white hat. Even here, I almost wish that they used a different color for it, but it's a beautiful hat. You can totally make out the cabling. Let's see. Here we go. It's a better shot of it. Definitely want to make this for Dennis. He'd love it. This, which is really cute, just like a quarter sleeve pullover, which is very simple, very elegant, understated, doesn't seem too tough. Have a lovely snood, like a lacy snood, which is very beautiful, very mysterious. I love. Let's see. Oh, and this is awesome. They actually show you like how you can wear it. Like if you've seen snoods and you're like, oh, I don't think I could pull it off. They actually show you how you can wear it, which is very awesome. I don't know if you can make that out. But again, Cooperative Press, they think of everything. So this is beautiful. I love this one. It's like a 3-tiered lace shawl. I will post links to these in the show notes, guys. Another pattern for a gent. Lovely. What is this one called? The Robbie sweater. Again, more details that are amazing. I mean, how many pattern books do you get that you actually see like what the details are? I think that it's brilliant. And they show you how to steek. Is that steeking? I believe that's steeking. Oh, zipper. Is it? I don't. Well, clearly I did my research, guys. Well, no, I'm not sure. No, I don't believe it's steeking. It's just they're showing you how to sew the zipper in, which is amazeballs. Yeah. So, again, schematics and everything. They show you how everything's made. I don't want to show you the whole book, but like there are so many, 28 patterns, guys. These gloves. I love these gloves. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, I want to cast these on immediately. Shawl's just okay. We got a beret. A Melanie shawl. Beautiful. So it's like they have, lots of different patterns for different, ranges of expertise. So if you're a beginner, they've got patterns. If you're advanced, they have patterns. It's just, it's a great, like, simple stole, and the tippy toes, oh, Tippy Hedren, oh, and the birds. If you haven't seen that movie, oh, rent it tonight. It's awesome. So, that said, overall, from 1 to 10, I'm giving Hitch a perfect 10 because I feel like there's something for everybody. And the book was just so well done. They had a color scheme, they showed you the detail, um, the photos were gorgeous, and it's a solid book. There's literally something for everybody, from a beginner to advanced, if you're a Hitchcock fan, what have you. Again, something for everybody, and it's just a great book. So yeah, I will of course post a link to it in the show notes, so check it out, and I highly recommend it. So thanks again. Full disclosure, Cooperative Press sent it to me to review. So that said, I just want to send a big thanks to them as well. And yeah, so let's move on to the next segment. For this segment of Num, it was last week that I actually made this. It's a crockpot German chicken recipe, and I was kind of looking for something because usually I bake something a little bit more, like either Indian or Mexican or what have you. We like the spicy foods, but this week I was kind of looking for something a little more close to home, German. So I went on Pinterest and found this amazing recipe for what is it? Hang on a second, I'm gonna get this right. Crockpot German chicken recipe. That's what they called it. I have no idea why, but they should have called it something more spectacular to that extent. I don't know, but it's basically chicken, sauerkraut, and oh goodness, what was this? I'm gonna tell you the ingredients right now. Okay. So yeah, sauerkraut, condensed creamy potato soup, which I was worried was going to be a little fattening, but it was Campbell's, and surprisingly, it's not all that evil. So it's kind of a light, ingredient, because I think there's like 90 calories. I won't get into the whole nutrition facts of it, but there's like 90 calories per serving. So that's nothing, and there was not much fat in it. So if you're conscious about that, more power to you. Whatever, what have you. Worcestershire sauce, dried thyme, salt, black pepper, and spatzel. So, oh, and fresh parsley. So I made this, and the only thing I changed with it, I think I added mushrooms, and I added asparagus. I think I just added asparagus, but it came out wonderful. The only thing that I would change next time, Dennis liked it, but I think the consensus was that I think next time I'm going to be using real cabbage, not sauerkraut, because it was just a little overkill. It required 2 cans of sauerkraut, which is a lot. So I think going forward next time, just real cabbage, chop it up, and yeah, see how that goes next time. But I highly recommend it. It wasn't spicy at all. I did add a little spice to it just to kick it up because, hey, huge spice fan. But yeah, I'll post a photo of it, link to the recipe if you're in the market for it. Tonight, I am actually making beef stroganoff. So it looked good going into the pot. We'll see how it turns out coming out of the pot. But I have high hopes. So I'll tell you more about that. If I don't get to podcast next weekend, probably not. But no, I will be able to podcast next weekend. I'll give you a whole Rhinebeck recap. It'll be awesome. So that said, yeah, I'll talk about it next week because I don't think I'm going to be crock-potting. Crock-potting. Is that a word? I don't know. Making stuff up again. I won't be crock-potting next week for sure. So yeah, on to the next segment. In other news, I believe that is the end of the show. I have nothing exciting to talk about except for it's been a busy week. What else? Oh, and because a lot of you have been asking me about makeup and stuff like that, I get a lot of, believe it or not, I get emails from you guys. Thank you for mainly about the show and how much you're enjoying it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and the ums, I know, I know. I'm trying to tone the ums down, but hey, I feel like a lot of podcasters do that. It's natural. It comes, I'm trying, but hey, I'm human. So, that said, because you guys have been asking me about the makeup, I was kind of toying around with the idea of starting like a separate blog. I know it's another blog, and I'm barely keeping up with the knitting blog, but I feel like here and there I'll be able to kind of dabble in it. I was thinking about starting like a makeup blog, just talking about makeup because I am very much into it. So I'd be very happy to, excited to start that. And if you have any questions or anything, I'll put it in there. But it's kind of like a work in progress. But I will definitely keep you updated on it. It's just gonna be a fun, what have you, about makeup. But yeah. That said, I think that's it for this week. I hope everyone has a wonderful week ahead of them, and I hope to see many of you at Rhinebeck. It should be fun this year, and I anticipate it's going to be even huger than last year because every year it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Again, the podcaster meetup is at 1 p.m. I'll have buttons. I wanted to have other stuff, but not enough hours in a day. And if you're not going to Rhinebeck, I will report back with all the details. You won't even feel like you've missed out. So I will take lots of photos, I promise. But yeah, that said, have a great week, and I will see you at Rhinebeck, if not next time. Happy knitting. Bye.